Welcome to EVTV for Wednesday, October 30th, 2019. I'm Mr. Lewis.
I'm Allie.
Jalen. And today's top story is all about game day. Game day, college game day is coming to Memphis. We had a chance to talk to Coach Eilert a few days ago. For those of you who don't know about Coach Eilert, he has lots to say about everything, and he certainly had a lot to say about college game day. He knows all about it. Check it out. College game day is coming to Memphis. I actually didn't think I would ever hear those words come out of my mouth. Explain what's going on, what college game day is, and explain it to all the students.
Well, college game day, for you freshmen, is a show that starts at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. Some of you are still either sleeping or getting through playing video games.
Most are still sleeping.
And it goes to 11, and it goes to where the bigger game of the day is that day.
So that it's the actual truck and the anchors go to the city of the prime game for the week.
Curb Street, Lee Corso, Reese Davis. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Starts early in the morning, and they do an overview of everything that people are going to see for the day.
The entire day, they pick games. They have, Corso has his headgear selection. It's a big deal, and it started years ago when Notre Dame played Miami in football, and then from there it just started snowballing. And now they do about 15 shows a year. They'll do about 13 regular season weeks, and then about maybe 2 or 3 bowl games and a couple of things like that. So it's a big deal.
Right. Now, what happens traditionally is they end up at some of the more notable schools as far as the conferences go.
Right.
They end up at SEC schools all the time.
Yeah.
They end up at Big 12 schools.
Big 10, yeah.
So what conference is Memphis in? They used to be in the USA, Conference USA or whatever.
Yeah.
And now they're in
the American Athletic Conference. But Navy, it's actually a pretty good conference. Navy, Tulane is good. SMU is good. Cincinnati, it's a good conference.
Right, but it's still not the type of conference that normally game days come to.
It's what they call a group of 6. And so we're like on the lower end. If we win the conference this year in the conference championship game, we're going to go to the Cotton Bowl and play in Jerry's house in Dallas. But
slipping out of the camera there.
But we have to win 4 or 5 more games to even get there. Okay, but we're not like you have a group of 5, and we're like the Power 6 is right below it.
Okay. Now it's not set in stone schedule-wise where they're going to land from week to week. Certain things end up having to happen for them to end up coming to your city. So give us the story of how Memphis ended up getting, because we didn't even know, me and you didn't know, you told me 3 days ago it was maybe going to happen if all of these crazy things lined up right. So what happened to get us on this week?
Well, what you have is SMU is undefeated. The first time they have been ranked and undefeated since the days of the Pony Express, back when they had Eric Dickerson and Craig James in the 80s, and they were paying players. They were handing like $100 here, $100 there. A tackle, okay, that's a $50 bill. They're just paying guys for everything. No, we'll stop doing it, yet we kept doing it. And then finally they got the death penalty, which put them behind for about really 87 to now. It's about almost 30 years, and they're just now coming back. Okay. So they're 8-0, okay? They beat Houston Thursday night. And then the tweet Thursday night, or Instagram, I don't know, I don't do social media, but whatever it was, from Chris Fowler said, hey, there's a chance that I might change my plans next weekend, this coming weekend. So the word got around Memphis and everything. Then Memphis found a way to almost lose the game Saturday night at Tulsa. And then the Tulsa guy shanked a 29-yard field goal. And so Tulsa lost, Memphis beat them, and so we are the 6:30 ABC national primetime game Saturday night. That's kind of like having the NFL Sunday night NBC game.
Those are the biggest slots.
Like the SEC 2:30 afternoon game.
Right.
Okay, and so which means that Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler are going to be here. So I mean, even if game day wasn't coming, that in and of itself
is a big
is
deal.
a huge deal.
All right, so it's going to be on ABC Network, which is open broadcast network. Anybody can get it. If you don't have cable, you can stick a clothes hanger in your yard and probably pick that signal up.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a big deal. Where will it be on campus? Where will they?
It's going to be at the
set that?
Liberty Bowl. They don't have.
So it'll be. I know that I didn't know if the game day would actually.
Oh no, game day is going to be on Bill Street.
Okay.
They said this morning it's going to be on Bill Street. I guess because of logistics and all that. It's going to
and
be
the
on
fact
Bill
that
Street.
they want some classic Memphis in the background.
Right. Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so game day will be on Bill Street, so you could probably go downtown to Bill Street.
I think if you go to, I think on like some of the news apps, I think, or the U of M website, they have links to how to go and
Where to
everything
be.
and where to park and all that. I probably will not be there because it's a little too early for me.
It's going to be early. It's not like, we can go down there, bebop down there at 3 p.m. in the afternoon and get on TV.
When the basketball team was really, really good here years ago, they came a couple times. The basketball version of it did. I remember people got up there at 6 in the morning for a show that didn't start until 9 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And so it's that kind of thing.
Right.
You know.
All right. Well, keep your eyes peeled. Game day is coming to Memphis this Saturday, this week. Like, big deal. All right, so College Game Day is going to be right here in the Mid-South in Memphis. It's going to be on Bill Street if you want to actually catch the filming, and then the game itself is going to be at the Liberty Bowl. And you said that all of the tailgating is going to start happening probably early in the day.
It's gonna be early, but I mean, you can get there. I'm gonna get there about like 2, so I can get something to eat, maybe and then,
you're going to hop tent to tent and find food, aren't you?
Of course.
All right, so you're going to want to go check that out. The game, like we said, is prime time, so it's going to be a night game on ABC. And it's going to be a really, really big deal. You should go down to the Liberty Bowl, though, and hang out because it's an experience, to say the least.
It's pretty.
To say the least. Now, Halloween is also going to be tomorrow. We have been working tirelessly on that EV show episode, which we are so excited to unveil. Been working on it for months, actually, and that's going to show tomorrow. But Halloween is also tomorrow, and we typically give you a little bit of a history lesson about the holiday. For those of you who don't know the origins of the Halloween holiday, check it out. Halloween is an annual holiday celebrated each year on October 31st. It has roots in age-old European traditions. It originated with the ancient Celtic festival, when people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts. Halloween marked the end of summer and the harvest, and the beginning of the dark, cold winter, a time of year that was often associated with human death. Celts believed that on the night before the new year, the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became blurred. On the night of October 31st, they believed that the ghost of the dead returned to Earth. In addition to causing trouble and damaging crops, Celts thought that the presence of otherworldly spirits made it easier for the Celtic priests to make predictions about the future. For a people entirely dependent on the volatile natural world, these prophecies were an important source of comfort and direction during the long, dark winter. In the 8th century, Pope Gregory III designated November 1st as a time to honor All Saints, later becoming All Saints' Day, and incorporated some of the original traditions of the Celts. The evening before was known as All Hallows' Eve, which later became Halloween. Over time, Halloween evolved into a day of activities like trick-or-treating and carving jack-o'-lanterns. All around the world, as days grow shorter and nights get colder, people continue to usher in the season with gatherings, costumes, and sweet treats. It's now time for today's birthdays with Trent Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Trent.
Happy birthday to Hanadi Alfarzea, Narisha Nelson, and Alana Taylor.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Hey, filming yesterday's show, we had a story about the California wildfires, which is a really tragic story that's going on right now in California. But there was a little bit of a twist to it because in the episode, we were talking briefly about the fact that LeBron James and his home was actually in the danger area and had to be evacuated. I misspelled LeBron James's name on the big cue cards, to which Jalen got completely bumfuzzled with and got tickled, could not stop laughing. a very serious, right, Allie? A very serious story that is not funny at all. And Jalen spends 29 minutes with tears in his eyes laughing because I spelled LeBron James how?
L.A. Bron.
Labron.
Right.
L.A. Bron.
I missed one letter, and it threw the whole thing off. Okay, a few letters.
I'm about to say.
Threw the entire thing off. Okay? We actually posted an entire clip about that because Jalen lost it, and because Jalen lost it so bad, then it rubbed off and Allie started to lose it. Not because it was that funny of a mistake, but just the fact that Jalen was so hilarious to watch because he was so bad off. Like, it was so bad. Go to hornlakehigh.com, click the subscribe link, sign up for our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Get out your phone and do it right now.
And check out the clip. The clip is really, really funny, and we show you how many, all the multiple times that Jalen attempts to get it right, and he's lost it, and the show was just done at that point.
Also, seniors send pictures and videos to hornlaketv@gmail.com. That's it for today's episode. Here at Horn Lake, we're better students, always growing, expecting more. Stay tuned for your lunch menus and athletic schedules. We'll see you here tomorrow with the Halloween episode, and we'll probably see you you'll see us on Friday. Have a good day.
All right, so currently we have 419 subscribers.
I'll give something to the 519th subscriber, okay?
Hold on.
Wait, we have 400.
Okay, so we need about 80 people out of how many people go here? About 1,300. About 80 people out of 1,300 to go and subscribe to our